Shri Gurubhyo Namah Hari Om. Om Samavavato Sahano Bhunakto Sahaviryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavdhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So we are seeing the next fifth dharana. āmūlātkiraṇābhāsāṃ sūkṣmāt cintayettāṃ dviṣaṭkānte śyāmyantīṃ bhairavodayaḥ āmūlātkiraṇābhāsāṃ sūkṣmatarātmikām cintayettāṃ dviṣaṭkānte śyāmyantīṃ bhairavodayaḥ. Beautiful. āmūlātkiraṇābhāsāṃ. Right from the Mūlādhara, the Mūla, the root, till the dviṣaṭkānta. Root is what? Hridaya, the heart chakra, the heart. Okay? Not heart chakra, heart. From the heart till the dvadashanta, till the dvadashanta, we found 3 dvadashantas. So here we have become experts in meditation. So we will find the dvadashanta above our head. Okay? So the stretched distance between the nose tip and the heart is 1, and nose tip above your head is the second dvadashanta. Okay, so from the heart to the dvadashanta, now sūkṣmatarātmikām cintayet, meditate upon the subtle to the subtlest, subtle to the subtlest, subtler or subtlest, what? So meditate on this. What should we meditate? What travels from the heart to the dvadashanta? The prana. From dvadashanta to the heart, it is apana. From heart to the dvadashanta, it is prana. So see the travel of prana that becomes subtle in the movement. So what happens? Cintayet. When that you meditate upon that, it is like a kiranabhasa. It is like a sun ray or a moon's ray. The sun's ray, when it starts, it is very strong and very powerful. When it comes to you, closer to you, it loses its strength. If we are close to the sun and the sun's rays are hitting us there, then we cannot even think about that situation. When you can't even think about this situation, see. Now, say that is the thing. It has become subtler now. So similarly, this prana, when it starts from the heart and goes to the dvadashanta, it becomes very subtler. So we have to meditate on that. If it becomes subtler, then the prana will become non-existent. So what? I will die. No, you will not. But if there is no prana, I will not be existent, right? But we already saw in the previous shloka that chakra bhramivadhrata shariraha, the body remains even after that samadhi because of the samskara, because of the thought imprints. Like when you rotate the wheel, even after stopping the rotation, even after stopping the rotating, the rotation does not stop. It goes on till there is momentum. Similarly, till there is momentum of our karmas, your body will stay put. Just because the prana has become subtler and non-existent, that's śyāmyati, he says. Śyāmyati means it goes and becomes, it merges, dissolves. Just because it merged and dissolved does not mean that you will conk off, you will die. No, because you are not going to die that easily. Because your prarabdha, your karmas are there to take care of your body. Okay, so at that point of time, when the prana goes and merges in that dvadashanta, śyāmyati, then what happens? Bhairavodayaḥ, Bhairava manifests. Okay, that is the meaning. Now we will have to see this in another way. In another way means, see, we are going to see, we saw Kundalini earlier also, but we are going to see the Kundalini. Kundalini is a strange idea which yogis meditate upon. Strange idea in the sense there are 6 centers. 7 center. Okay. There are 7 centers. So they ask you to meditate upon these 6 centers. What did I say? 7 centers. Okay. Meditate upon 6 centers. The 7th center is also a center, but you are not meditating upon that. That is happening. Okay. Anyway, you are meditating upon these 7 centers. Okay. Now, when you focus on that center with whatever needs to be done in that center, when you do that, the Kundalini Shakti, that's called a Shakti called Kundalini. That Shakti, that power, that energy is called as Kundalini. That rises slowly from the root, which is called as Mooladhara. And that is what is called here as a āmūlāt. Mooladhara is referred to as Moolat. From there, it rises. Then to the next chakra, the Nabhi chakra. Third chakra is the Nabhi chakra. Okay. So, Nabhi chakra is the navel chakra. Then heart chakra, then the throat chakra. Then according to the yogis, it is the bhrumadhya, between the eyebrow chakra. But here we add 1 or 2 more. We'll come to that later. Now, you have to meditate on these, each one of them, in a prescribed way. But even if you don't meditate on these chakras in a prescribed fashion, naturally your Kundalini, the power, the Shakti will rise. But it does not rise all the way up. It rises only till the navel chakra, without sadhana, without any practice. If you are going to draw some painting, if you are going to sing a classical, whatever classical, maybe if you are going to sing it in a proper classical form, knowing the intricacies, or if you are reading a book, or if you are running, jogging, or pumping weights, whatever, does not really matter. The Kundalini Shakti rises. It comes to the third navel chakra. It comes to that Nabhi chakra, navel chakra. But since you are not doing any practice for that, what happens is you don't know how to utilize this energy. So naturally, normally for many people, it doesn't even come to the navel chakra. Navel chakra is something which is the extreme end I'm talking about for these people. It comes to the second chakra, they dissipate. So even in the navel chakra, if it comes, if you are not a practitioner, spiritual practitioner, what happens is there are only 2 ways: kama, krodha, desire and hatred. So the worldly desires, you will spend your energy, the sensorial pleasures, or the hatred. Suddenly, a spurt of anger, you don't even know where it came from, why you are angry. Suddenly you become angry because the energy is not channelized. Okay, so what happens? It came to the third chakra, Nabhi chakra, right? Navel chakra. It comes down. In 1 second, it comes down. Over. You didn't do anything to, it came down. You don't have to worry about, because you didn't do anything to raise it up. It came and it went down. That's all. But if you practice, then what happens? From the navel chakra, it goes to the heart chakra, to the throat, to the inner tongue, to the bhrumadhya, the eyebrow, to the forehead, and then the brahmarandra and beyond it. So normally in other yogic text, we have only the third is the navel chakra, fourth is heart, fifth is the throat, Adam's apple, sixth is the eyebrow, and seventh is the brahmarandra. Over. But here, in between the Adam's apple or throat and the eyebrow, there is 1 chakra, the inner tongue chakra. And in between the eyebrow and the brahmarandra, the final crown chakra, there is 1 more chakra, forehead chakra. Okay. So This is what he says, āmūlāt, from the root, from the Mūladhara, dviṣaṭkānte, dviṣaṭkānte. Dviṣaṭka means 2, 6. Shatka means 6. Twice 6. Twice the 6 or 6 times the 2 means 12. Dvadashante in the Dvadashanta. Okay. So some people try to interpret this Dvadashanta as the Brahmarandhra. Brahmarandhra, the crown chakra. But I am not a fan of interpreting in that way. Why? Because I'll give you reasons. You decide if you want to focus on Brahmarandhra or not. See, the reason one, we are talking about śyāmyantīṃ, cintayettāṃ. When you meditate on that, it merges, it dissolves, it doesn't exist. Means the jaya akar, the form of meditation, dissolves. Meaning the place, name, form, they dissolve. Name, form cannot dissolve if you are going to stick with crown chakra. Crown chakra. There is a name, crown chakra, and there is a form, crown chakra, with a 1,000-petal lotus. You are not going to escape that. So, what we see as a Dvadashanta is not the crown chakra, but beyond it. Beyond it, in the sense, what is Dvadashanta? We said from the nose tip, the stretched below, from the nose tip, the stretched above. Or if you want, you can focus from the eyebrow, stretch above. A point somewhere. Somewhere. Don't worry. Oh, okay. Is this? Don't worry about that. That is stupid. Why? Why? I know you are doing that. That is stupid. Why? Because we are talking about, see, Brahmarandhra is the final in our body. Then there is Shakti and Vyapini. See, in the next 30th shloka, he is explaining you the different stages, different places in the chakra. Janmagra, then Moola, Kanda, Nabhi, third chakra, Nabhi chakra, but that's the fourth state. Hrud, fifth state. Kantha, throat, sixth state. Talu, the inner tongue, seventh state. Bhrumadhya, eyebrow, eighth. Lalata, the forehead, 9. Brahmarandhra is 10. It doesn't end there. Dvadashanta is a Shakti and Vyapini. There is one Shakti and then one Vyapini. Shakti is just a point above the Brahmarandhra, somewhere, anywhere. And Vyapini is anywhere beyond that. Vyapi means all-pervading, omniscient. And Bhairava is what you are going to gain there. Who is Bhairava? Bhairava is not limited to that point above your head. He is omnipresent. So we just have to focus on it's kind of Shivalinga. What is Shivalinga? Shivalinga is it's just a form to remind you of the omnipresent. Similarly, this point is to remind you of the omnipresent, because where are you going to focus? You are going to focus on some point in this space. Akashavat sarvagatascha nityah, Shruti clearly says. The self is the Bhairava is sarvagataha. He is omnipresent, nityah, eternal, like Akasha. Like we accept Akasha in the world. So that point, this is the logic. Then again, if we are talking about the prana, like we saw in the previous practices, the prana is from the heart becomes subtler and travels to the 12th state. Okay. But if we are talking about the Kundalini yoga, then there are different stages and it goes to the 12th state. Now, there are two things. One, what kind of upaya? Based on that, we'll explain. What kind of upaya is this? if you are talking about focusing on a particular position point, then it becomes ānavapāya. But there is no order or sequence. From here, slowly, 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 slowly. We are not, though it's sūkṣmāt, sūkṣmatarāṃ, it is said, it becomes from subtle to subtler. We are not talking about a slow progress. So it is not ānavapāya, though cintayet, meditate upon, may seem to be an ānavapāya, but since it is asking you to completely drop the focus here and focus on the dvadashanta, therefore it is śyāmyantīṃ. Okay. So what are these chakras? What are the different points which are referred to? Madhya dasha. Madhya dasha earlier is kumbhaka, in between place between prana and apana. That's kumbhaka. Okay, like the dawn and dusk, this kumbhaka in internal and external. Okay. Now, what is madhya dasha here? Madhya dasha here is the sushumna nadi, the nerve, spiritual nerve which travels from the root Mūladhara till the Brahmarandhra. Now, what are these chakras there? Chakras, there are two other nadis which are following closely alongside this Sushumna nadi on both sides. One is Ida, the other is Pingala. Where the Ida and Pingala chain position, Ida travels from right to left and Pingala from left to right. That junction, wherever the three meet or the two meet, is called as a nadi, is called as chakra. Okay. So it crisscrosses, wherever it crisscrosses, that point is called as chakra. So according to the yoga, it crisscrosses in 6 places. 7th place, it stops. There is no crisscrossing. It stops. And here we are talking about 2 more extra places inside of the throat and the forehead. Okay. Now it comes to an end, meaning all the 3 spiritual nerves, Ida, Pingala, and Sushumna, in between, they come to an end. They converge in this place called Brahmarandhra, the crown chakra. This is the significance. In Kumbh Mela, we speak about Kumbh Mela when you do it in Prayagraj. Prayagraj means the king of confluence. Though there are other confluence places, this is king of confluence. So there we talk about the Yamuna and Ganga. Ganga and Yamuna coming under merging. There is only 2. There is Saraswati, which is Antarvahini, which is silent, which is a secret. Sushumna is that silent one, which is a traveling alongside the Ida and Pingala. So taking dip in that confluence means taking dip in this confluence, the Brahmarandhra. Now, suddenly there was a talk of, we interpreted this in 2 ways. Either in the form of a prana apana, or in prana basically, or in the form of a Kundalini chakra. Why? See, when the Ganges merges in the ocean, any river, they merge in the ocean, right? When the Ganges merges in the ocean, Ganga Sagara, they call it in Calcutta. Now, what happens is the prior area to that merging area, you will see the Ganges water will taste little salty. And post merging, you will see the sea water will taste little sweet. Similarly here, this is a place of merging of the pranapana discussion and the later discussion, which is of Kundalini. So we can interpret this in both ways. Okay, so Dvadashanta is above the head because there is no Nama Rupa, and second is it is said here the Dvadashanta is the 12th state is Vyapini, all pervading, omnipresent. So only the omnipresent state, that is where the Bhairava, the inherent nature of the self, Bhairava, manifests. Okay, so ūrdhvaṃ gacchati. Next, this is therefore this is Shambhopaya, because instantly you merge in that, not Anopaya, because Anopaya will come later. Udgacchantīṃ taḍidrūpāṃ praticakraṃ kramātkramam ūrdhvaṃ muṣṭitrayaṃ yāvat tāvadante mahodayaḥ udgacchantīṃ taḍidrūpāṃ praticakraṃ kramātkramam ūrdhvaṃ muṣṭitrayaṃ yāvat tāvadante mahodayaḥ udgacchantīṃ. Udgacchanti, ūrdhvaṃ gacchanti. She rises above. She goes above to the Kundalini Shakti. From Mūladhara. From where? From the Mūladhara. Taḍidrūpāṃ, of the nature of lightning. Earlier we discussed her as a sun or moon's rays. Now it is bright as lightning. Okay. Now she, one who rises, she is like as bright as a lightning. Praticakraṃ kramātkramam. She crosses each of the chakra in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, like that in steps. She crosses kramātkramam in order, proper order. She crosses each of the chakras. Then when she slowly inches towards the Brahmarandhra, the Dvadashanta, not Brahmarandhra, Dvadashanta, then muṣṭitrayaṃ, ūrdhvaṃ muṣṭitrayaṃ, it is said. Ūrdhvaṃ muṣṭitrayaṃ means mushti means a handful, closed fist. Now, if you are going to count the 3 closed fists, it is 12 finger distance. Same. Whether you say closed fist distance or 12 finger distance, it is same. Muṣṭitraya is Dvadashanta. Ūrdhvaṃ muṣṭitraya, above muṣṭitraya, that is Brahmarandhra. That is what some people interpret. But ūrdhvaṃ, above is Dvadashanta, above your head. Because it is said in the 30th, next shloka. So, based on that, Vyapini, we'll understand it as Vyapini. Okay, so muṣṭitrayam yāvat, when you reach there, tāvat ante, at the end of that state, mahodayaḥ, when the name and form or the object of meditation merges, subsides, mahodayaḥ, mahabhairavasya udayaḥ, the Bhairava, he manifests. Mahodayaḥ, that is what is the keyword. Mahodayaḥ, he rises great. This is no Mahodayaḥ. What is Mahodayaḥ? In Vijnana Bhairava or Ananda Bhatta, Vijnana Bhatta, Ananda Bhatta, he says this is exactly Mahodayaḥ means aham iti avamarshaha. All this is I. Recognition of everything to be self. That takes place. Is that what it is? He is bringing you 2 proofs. One is from Bhagavad Gita. He says, aham sarvasya prabhavah mattas sarvam pravartate aham sarvasya prabhavah. I am the cause for all this. From me, mattah sarvam pravartate. From me, everything comes into existence. I am the cause for all these, and from me, everything comes into existence. Bhagavad Gita. And in the same note, he is not just taking, Bhagavad Gita is Vedanta. Why are you quoting that? Don't you have anything in your text? Pratyabhijñā hridayam. He is bringing Pratyabhijñā. Pratyabhijñā. He says, Sarvo mamayam vibhavah ityevam parijanatah vishpātmāno vikalpānam prasarepi maheshata sarvo mama ayam vibhavah iti evam parijanatah vishpātmānah vikalpānam prasare api maheshata. Ayam sarvaha mama vibhavaha. All these are my greatness. It came from me. They are my expanse, greatness. So iti evam parijanata, one who knows this. Janataha is knowing. Parijanata, completely knows means it is not immediate knowledge, immediate knowledge. Parijanata, complete, without any doubt. So one who understands this, Vishvatmana, he is the self of all. He understands himself to be self of all. At that point of time, vikalpanam prasare api, even though the duality exists, Maheshata, he still remains as Mahesha, mean Sadashiva, all this is me, or Ishvara, I am all this, whichever form. He does not slip away. That is what we saw in the previous sloka, where we said Unmilana Samadhi and Nimilana Samadhi, whether his sense organs are open to the world or shut to the world does not really matter. He remains in the Samadhi. So that is what is said here also. Even though the world may exist in whatever form, shadow exists in whatever form, that can't really matter. Even though it may exist, he is not disturbed by that. That is the idea. Okay. This is Shaktopa. I will see this. Om Purnamadaḥ Purnamidam Purnāt Purnamudacchate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.